And welcome back. So, if you were watching Daredevil Born Again Season 2, Episode 4, and thought it was just another intense fight sequence, you might have missed one of the coolest hidden details in the episode because Marvel may have quietly slipped in a reference to one of its most powerful cosmic characters, Utau the Watcher. During the episode titled Gloves Off, there is a brutal fight between Daredevil, played by Charlie Cox, and his longtime enemy Bullseye. It's dark, chaotic, and fast paced, exactly the kind of scene where your focus is locked on the action, but in the background, something strange appears. If you look closely, a combination of streetlights and shattered glass forms a very specific shape, a face, and not just any face, it strongly resembles the Watcher, the cosmic observer who oversees events across multiverse. It's one of those blink and you miss it Easter eggs, but once you see it, you can't unsee it. Now, for those unfamiliar, the Watcher is a massive figure in Marvel lore, introduced in Fantastic Four comic books in 1960s. He belonged to an ancient alien race that observes the universe but rarely interferes. His entire purpose is to watch history unfold no matter how tragic or chaotic things get. In the MCU, he was watched by Jeffrey Wright in the animated series What If, where he literally narrated events across alternate realities. So, seeing even a subtle reference to him in a grounded, street level show like Daredevil is unexpected. And that's what makes this Easter egg so interesting. Because on the surface, Daredevil Born Again is one of the Marvel's most grounded stories. It's about crime, justice, and survival in Hell's Kitchen. There are no multiverse portals or cosmic battles, just brutal hand to hand combat and morally complex characters. But this tiny visual hint suggests something bigger. It quietly connects Daredevil's world to the larger Marvel universe, including its multiverse. Now, does this mean the Watcher is literally present in the scene? Probably not. Most likely, it's a clear visual nod by the filmmaker, a fun Easter egg for fans who pay close attention. But in the MCU, even the smallest detail can sometimes lead to bigger things, and that's where things get interesting. Marvel Studio head Kevin Feige has previously hinted that characters from What If could eventually appear in live action. So while this moment is almost certainly just symbolic, it still raises the possibility, however small, that the Watcher could one day cross into the main MCU timeline. Even if that sounds unlikely, this is Marvel we are talking about. Nothing is ever completely off the table. At the very least, the idea of the Watcher watching over Hell's Kitchen fits perfectly with his role. He doesn't interfere, he doesn't step in, he just observes. And in a city filled with violence, corruption, and constant conflict, there's certainly a lot to watch. So, whether this was just a fun visual trick or a subtle tease for something bigger, it's a great reminder of how layered these shows have become. Because sometimes the biggest connection in the MCUs aren't loud or obvious, they are hidden right in the background. Thank you for watching. Bye.